All right, County Treasurer, Davenport.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, well, I think everyone knows I'm more analytical than I am political, so I've actually written today's statement. I should be able to stand up here today and use words like savings, reduced budget, and a positive move for the county. I'm here today to ask for a budget reduction. Through planning and preparation, I'm able to present to you 2 new PDQs for my department that result in a 4.5% savings to the treasurer's budget, $31,505. This has been my plan since coming into office in 2013. I actually wish Commissioner Nowak was here because if he will recall, he and I had a conversation before the 2014 budget hearings in which I asked him, I told him of my plan and asked him if I should present it at that budget hearing, and he said no, it'd probably be a better idea to present it when I could execute it. So here I am. The 2 new PDQs include a deputy treasurer position and a part-time accountant position. I'm able to do this by taking 2 vacancies in my department and consolidating them. The part-time position is being created to accommodate the implementation of a new finance system if the court decides to proceed with that purchase. I created it with the intent to be proactive rather than reactive, since we know the staffing resources will be needed for the implementation. If the court decides not to proceed with a new finance system, they can opt out of funding that part-time position, thus making my budget reduction 7% over $50,000. This should be great news. However, in the last 165 days since I first met with Human Resources regarding the new PDQs, I've been ignored, berated, belittled, my intentions questioned. I have been told things like, no one ever does that, when I told HR I wanted to reduce my salary budget. I've been deceived by HR when asking repeatedly for the status update on my PDQs. I went 60 days with unanswered emails and unreturned phone calls. Throughout this process and the 165 days that have occurred between our first meeting and today, I have been very cautious with my words and accusations of what I've witnessed going on inside the Human Resources Department. There is a huge lack of integrity there. I saw the political sabotage for what it was, but I also knew it had no business disrupting county government, so I attempted to continue on. I think it's very instructive to all other department heads that have drafts and work products that attempt brainstorming, idea gathering, and discussions with HR, only to have it twisted and turned into political gamesmanship. It's been expressed to me that there are many, many people who have fear regarding my plan. I think they need to look at the fearmongers. This is all speculation trying to justify a narrative that was never there. I am disappointed that this is the way business is being conducted. And if there really are hundreds of employees who are taking gossip and turning it into public discourse, then we have turned to cannibalism, and we're on a very slippery slope. I have been hammered for information on the who, what, when, and where of draft copies of county forms with little regard for the finalized copies that reside in the Human Resources Department today. Article after article has been written, second-guessing my motives. Responses I've given have been parsed. Then yesterday, I was sent an email with a demand to proclaim 2 things while I'm at the podium today. 1, I was asked to state who completed the draft county forms that were provided to HR back in September of 2016. That question will go unanswered. My employees work in an environment where successes are celebrated and mistakes are addressed, corrected, and we move on. Mistakes are not exploited or magnified. I was asked to publicly state that the county judge's daughter would not receive a promotion in my office because he and many, many others are worried I'll have so few responses to my job posting that I won't have any qualified candidates and I'll have to promote from within. And it hit me. Why? Why would so few people respond to a posting for a good paying accounting position in the greatest county, in the greatest state, in the greatest country? We live in one of the fastest growing counties. We have one of the greatest, most beautiful communities where people want to move and raise their families. I work in one of the greatest departments. We're productive team players who value each other. We serve community departments and the public, and we do it with gratitude and enthusiasm every day. In our department, we work together. Every staff member has gained the depth needed through training, cross-training, certifications, education, and technology. In our department, our workloads have increased. The county has grown. The county workforce has increased by 10% over the last few years. Our investment portfolio has grown. Traffic in our office has increased, but through streamlining, modernization, personal investments to learn and grow, my staff and I have accommodated the county's growth. In our department, if we see a need, we fill it. We ask what we can do to help others. An example would be the collaborative effort. We created and built an annual payroll workshop that has over 80% of county participation. They learn about new personnel laws and county processes, and they get to meet the county employees who will be their go-to person when they have an issue. We look forward to putting together other workshops such as that. In our department, we celebrate accomplishments and we recognize victories, like monthly reports completed a week early and record-setting delivery of W-2s to the county employees in the first week of January. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? I anticipate being flooded with resumes and eager applicants. Because of the new skill sets my employees have gained, originally I planned to update all PDQs for my department at the same time, but with the lightning rod created, because I house the county judge's daughter, I come to you today with just 2 PDQs. Lindsay Doyle will not be associated with either of those jobs. I will bring forth the rest of the PDQs at budget hearings. At that time, I will ask you to consider an increase for Jan Avery. Jan has been my assistant, my investment officer, since my deputy treasurer's retirement. She has an extensive and thorough understanding of county policies and practices and has been an amazing employee. Her skill set and job duties have reached the point where she is eligible for a pay increase, and I believe it is both deserved and warranted, and HR agrees. The rest of my staff has been evaluated, and while some positions have been upgraded based on HR evaluations, I believe their pay is commensurate with their skill set, and I will not seek pay increases outside of any COLA increase that the court deems appropriate. Politics aside, I absolutely love Montgomery County. I've been here since the 80s, since Westland was built out on the hill and my dad moved the family here. I love all of our county's people, and I thank God every day that I'm allowed to serve. This is a community in which I chose to raise my family and call home, and I have created a work environment in which people love to come to work. And so, as listed in today's agenda, I'm asking you to approve my position changes and allow me to reduce my budget by $31,505.
You know what, it's a shame, Stephanie, you've been involved in this political dribble that's going on for months. You're a great elected official. You're in a great department. You're here to reorganize your staff and give money back to the taxpayers.
Yes, sir.
And you should be applauded for those organizational skills that's allowed you to do that. I mean, I really don't get it, but I appreciate the job you do, appreciate the department that you run, and I move.
I second, and I also, I agree with Commissioner Metter of your department. Will you be doing anything else budget hearings? Will you be trying to restructure anything else during your budget hearing?
No, sir.
So you're done.
Right.
So have you, did you hire all these people or did Martha hire these people?
No, I inherited this staff.
But did you hire them?
No.
And have you had any trouble with any of them? Have you had to write any of them up? Have you had to discipline any of your employees?
We've had to take some disciplinary actions, but like I said, everything is addressed as it occurs, and then we move on.
Okay? And any of these people that you're trying to restructure involved in any of that disciplinary action?
No, these two positions are brand-new positions, and they're currently vacant.
Okay.
You had two people retire. Now, that's the
Yes.
position that was filled by Pam Robichaud and Betty.
And Betty.
And Betty.
Those two
you're
retired.
Dissolving those two positions. to
And
retire
I'm
these.
dissolving the admin assistant position, and I'm dissolving the admin manager position, which is the old deputy treasurer position. It was just never graded appropriately.
How long has Betty been gone?
2 years, close to 2 years, I think,
Pam retired at the beginning or end of last year?
in November.
Which is when you started the.
Right.
the-
And I knew I wanted to do this. I knew when I lost she was my deputy treasurer at the time, I knew when she retired that I wanted to do this, but I didn't have the vacancies in the department to accommodate the adjustment in the grade, and we knew it needed to be regraded. And I also was working to increase the depth in my department so that everybody was trained and cross-trained, and we're there now. It's been a long haul, but we're there.
And this in no way affects my daughter who's been there since 2010.
I'm sorry?
This in no way has any effect on my daughter who's been there since 2010.
No, these PDQs address the deputy treasurer position and the part-time accountant position. And I have discussed with HR that I will not fill the part-time accountant position immediately. We will wait and address that once we're to that point with the finance system.
Any other questions?
Well, I guess my question is Stephanie, is there any reason, I mean, I guess, we've just come off of a budget time. We're getting close to going back into budget time. We're kind of halfway through. Is there any reason your department can't function as it is? I mean, is this going to put a strain on?
We're already strained. We've been strained since Pam's retirement at the end of November. We've been operating a person short. We haven't had to accumulate the comp time, which is really nice because I've had the vacancy, so we've been able to pay that off, but I've had to put a hold on vacations. My staff is not allowed to go on vacations because we don't have the time. It's nose to the grind every day.
This one position's been vacant for 2 years, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I just, if we're going to stick with the policy of, not make any reorganizations or do anything like that except at budget time, I just.
You got a person retire in November, Commissioner. She's two people short. She's sending money back to
I'm
the
not saying
county.
don't hire anybody, don't fill the positions. I'm just saying.
So you want me to fill the two positions that are vacant and not save the county money?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying the one person that left, you could fill that position and they could do that job until the time came, but.
All right. Any other questions or comments? We have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
One opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.